we begin. We're going to start in our next sessione of Harvest. Everybody, please, at the base of the map, please place your characters down. I say so because anytime that I do, Roll20 does not wish to listen to me. It hates me in my guts. It despises me.
Place your meeples down.
I hate that they're called meeple. No, minis. Minis. Not meeple.
They're called meeples. Thank you. I would like to call them as such.
Wyatt, I think you need to do it for me. I can't do it on my iPad.
Me people.
Yes.
Meeples.
Meeples.
All right. Would anyone like to give a nice, concise spoke of what happened last time in session?
You know what? No. Can I do it? Because apparently Ty said I have to be extra healer today.
No, you get.
Meta that. Yeah, go ahead. Do it. Get it.
We start at the graveyard, where Warren wakes up and greets Boris. They eat breakfast. As Boris eats a body and Warren eats some dried fruit. I forgot about that detail. And the Nameless One and the child have not awoken yet. So basic, calm mornings in our lovely town that's totally not on fire or poison. Shift over to the church, and Esna wakes to a very quiet church for the morning, which is unusual, as Father Benedict is very heavy-footed and also angry. Esna starts searching for their father and finds their way over to the office where they are not allowed. Father Benedict isn't there, so they start to snoop around against their better judgment, and upon rummaging through his desk, they see an open drawer that has letters in it, finely printed letters, one of them from the High Vicar that has quite alarming context, and also letters about some deal having been made and a payment not met, or payments of non-human substance had been given in the past. Things that are not quite settling for Esna, especially the High Vicar letter is addressed to Esna. They've never seen this letter before. Now that their trust in Father Benedict has been broken even more, they spy a key at the center of his desk, which is a lovely place for him to put it, totally not obvious. They take the key and open a curious room that leads to a bloody floor and fawn skins on the wall, and antlers hanging on the ceiling, and a diary of bloody notes of recounting. Yeah, exactly. Recounting of killings that supposedly Father Benedict had done, and dressed these people to look like fawn creatures. In a fright, Esna believes everything as best as they can, other than taking one letter from the killing diary and taking the letter from the High Vicar and running out of the office and out into a sermon that was being held, opening the doors to find Father Benedict in commoner's clothes, both of them acting like they had just been caught with their hand in the cookie jar, and both alarmed, where Esna, unfortunately, is so alarmed, they gained daunted levels, if I'm not mistaken, and Father Benedict dismisses them, tells them to move aside, where Esna does agree, although moves to the opposite side of the door to fight him. And then goes to find Warren. Warren, I believe, yes, at this time the Nameless One wakes up with the child, and they start with asking for bodies to drain the blood out of as excitedly as they can, when Esna comes busting through the door in a panic, and the party has a conversation about what Esna found in the office, what the Nameless One has seen at night, and what little Warren knows, and everything he meets the questions. Excuse me, as I'm referencing back to the diary. After this conversation, Warren goes to seek more answers, and Esna stays at the house, whereas can't remember where the nameless one goes. I know Warren goes alone and goes to talk to the orphan, where he does payments. He asks for an exchange of information about the killings happening around the town, and the kids remark about big hands and give Warren several commands to follow them into a second location, then a third location, then a fourth location, until he finds himself in an underground area that is full of orphans in a rundown place. And they talk about the happenings that they've seen around town and who Big Hands might be, and the payments that they wish to have for giving this information of someone who is clearly of high power and connected to Esma in some way. Warren, after getting the information he needs, pays them and offers his place to feed any hungry orphans, much to the demise of his wallet. Meanwhile, Esna is figuring out how to write to the High Vicar, and they determine that they need to go see the Purveyor, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and then now that Esna is ready to leave, we are back with the party all together. Warren with his new information, the Nameless One is ready to go to shops and to go to the library if they haven't yet. And Esna, who wants to meet with the Purveyor, whose name is Flamboyo. And
Flamboyo! Indeed.
I can't wait till we come back to these characters like a year later, and we have like, hey Ty, do you remember what Flamboyo sounds like?
Try out 5 different ridiculous voices.
If Flamboyo doesn't have more than one voice, I'm gonna be disappointed.
It might come to next week where he has a different voice if we're still talking to him.
Every other week. It's just a trope of his. Everyone else is consistent except for him.
He's the one person
about his spleens bothering him that week.
But this is entirely accurate, and that was a very well done recap. I brandish upon you an egg in your pocket. You now have a charm dice.
My God,
It was time and egg.
Indeed. Well, it's like it in canon is a metaphysical object that is a dodecahedron that is placed or found within some pocket upon you. Whenever you use a charm dice, if you will it so, or just literally break it, this thing that is like as fragile as an egg will collapse, and it will just imbue you with kind of reality warping properties. You can gain high amounts of luck for whatever it is you're trying to do. So like, it is a real object that actually exists in the context of the game. But you guys are indeed heading to locations with the town. If I remember correctly, we have one person that is urging to get to the library, another person which sees it as a very important thing to make it to the purveyor, another person who might be thinking about the interactions that they just had with orphans, as well as just the condition of the place that they reside in, and another person, which is a conglomeration of bodies inside of a bush that probably hasn't eaten in a bit. I was probably thinking about that, I'm imagining.
Late this morning. I gave him a body.
You did give him a body. Yeah, he's full. Off of the biggest one that fell off.
And I grew around the door.
Both the Bloom and the Nameless One have eaten bodies today.
You guys
being a gravedigger has a fucking benefit, guys. Look at that. Bodies on command.
You guys will leave the boundaries of the house, and you'll come to what you have seen leading up to this place. It's not ramshackled, it's not downtrodden, but like this area, it's not like pristine by any means. It takes 15 minutes from the graces of the church to get down here, so generally speaking, the area, it's in the middle of middle class, and middle class in this town isn't exactly the best, but there's worse circumstances to be in, like the Warrens, for example. But you guys come out and you see the populace just kind of going about their day. Some are kind of walking, some are picking the pieces off of chickens, just trying to like get the fur completely off as they're eyeing you down. You might find some kids every now and again jumping in puddles, just waiting for certain responses from unknown sources. You might hear whispers and talking at the tops of I guess what you could see is like walking structures to kind of like oversee the area. This is where guards would typically walk, but given that the town is very sparse with the amount of control, it's very rare that these little sections might see like areas up here where guards are actually overseeing things. That being said, you guys are a little bit wary because crime is always afoot, and especially if no one is currently manning the positions to oversee, generally speaking, things can pop off. But that doesn't deter you. You're on a mission to get to the marketplace of town. But it's when you step out of the house that something is wrong. Something isn't right. The air begins to grow stale, grow thin. It's not like a fetid stench which begins to burn your nose, but like there is something of like malignance that drifts within the air. You're very uncertain about it. You would say that shivers might come down your spine.
Can I roll discernment?
Yeah, give it to me.
Ooh, lovely. All right, hold on. Where is it on my little hotbar?
Oh my God, good! Damn!
And let's see. Wait, did someone crit?
Chris almost did. Both Both Chris and Josh almost critted.
Chris and Josh, you have well enough to notice this. Jacob, you unfortunately will not have enough to kind of notice. You'll notice the elements that I've just said, but as for what they will see, you will not see this. Chris, as well as the nameless figure, Wyatt, would you also like to roll this as well? Is this something that you'd be interested in?
Discernment's wrong. Oh no, let me fix that real quick. I'm probably not going to be able to beat it still, but it's off by a modifier. Can I roll a 1d4?
Yeah, you could also use will dice to reroll modifiers if I'm correct.
Nah, I don't need to do that. That's crazy to do. So I got a 3 in total. I'm probably not good enough still, but...
No, you're in there. 1, 2. Okay. Wyatt, you will not gleam this. As Wyatt's body begins to kind of separate from the door, these events begin to unfold. As you guys brace from the boundaries of your bastion of security, you will feel a sense of dread. Crippling dread that instantly sets upon you. It is if there is a physical weight of at least 10 to 12 pounds, which then collapses on your shoulders. Only Chris, as well as Josh, will kind of notice this. As for you, Jacob, you will know that this place is not safe. That there is something coming, but you don't feel it as intensely.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys 2 rounds to do something. Jacob, I'll give you 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna push the little girl back into the house, or I guess the office.
It's both. I sleep there.
You may do so. Chris?
Fuck it, martyr's lament. if we know it's gonna be bad, that's my full round action.
You brandish your flail and begin to prostrate before the belief of your god. And as you're lashing yourself, your faith becoming more pure, you feel a warm embrace around you, as if a fire begins to light within your torso.
Oh, you know what else?
You are non-human, so you would need to do it another turn in order to unlock Devout Lamb abilities.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and motion to the Gravedigger as if I'm drinking something, and then like kind of motion towards myself, and then point at them.
I don't... Wait, what can I roll to try to figure out what they're saying?
You can do a discernment.
Can I do a specialization of discernment, or is it just discernment?
If you have something that you feel might be useful towards this, like an identify or something, then I'll let you add it.
Yeah, I'll do identify. I'll do an identify with that. What's my identify? 5, so it's an extra plus 1d4. So let me make sure my macro is correct before I roll it and we get wrong. Ah, see? Good thing I checked. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's have this be against... I feel like that should easily work.
I think that should just pass, right? Because it would be
Yeah,
a
that
normal
should just
CD because I'm
pass.
not.
Yeah.
You know that the nameless one is asking you for the blood vial. One of the blood vials.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess I could give that to you. Yeah, that would be my round action though, wouldn't it? Or is that a free?
Giving that is a free action. You could burn a secondary action in order to gain another free action.
I don't need another free action. If it's just a free action to give, then
Any form
will...
of interaction.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll use my free action for this one action you gave me to give the blood vial to them, and then I will stealth.
Where are you planning on stealthing?
That's a great question. What is raised around me, Ty?
Raised around you, I would say this structure containing barrels. Barrels are fairly large. If you were to slightly crouch down ever so slightly, I'd say a barrel would be able to kind of eclipse your form. So if you're standing behind this, especially because this pole structure here, I'd say you have full cover. As soon as you kind of start to move around, like creatures that are looking at you, you would instantly lose this. Areas like this, where you just have sporadic pieces of things, if you were to get really low, then I'd say that's probably half cover. The well is half cover. Most of this stuff, unless you're like hiding underneath objects, is half cover.
Okay. I guess I will just stealth behind this structure that's in front of us.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll, or is it?
No.
It's just a passive,
So
right?
you have a passive stealth modifier. So it begins at 2 because you have full cover. That's another 2. So your passive stealth is at a 4. Do you have any modifiers to actual stealth?
Yeah, I have 10.
Okay, so that's another 2. So you have a passive 2, 4, 6. You have a passive 6 stealth. Yeah, and it's currently normal time of day, so you don't get any added bonuses, but you have a passive stealth of 6. Any creature trying to perceive you would have to beat them.
So we discussed in a discernment a while back that the nameless one knows that people don't typically look at an angle above 30 degrees above their head.
Mm-hmm.
Can the nameless one move up the building?
You can. The buildings are about roughly a story high, so about given 10 feet. So if you wanted to move here, 5 feet, 15 feet, and then you can kind of move around. Your brawn, if I remember correctly, was high enough to where... Because normally I think I would roll contests, but I don't think I would give you too much if you're trying to climb. What's your brawn?
My brawn right now, with the blood, is gonna be a +1. So just a normal, I guess. Yeah.
I'll let you use brawn or dexterity. It's a normal contest.
Oh, dexterity would be a lot better. Okay. Because dexterity is gonna be another modifier on it. So let's go ahead and roll that, and then I'm gonna roll another 1d4. All right.
Okay, that will definitely pass. You are able to nimbly get up, especially because some holds within the ramshackled building allows for an easier grip, and you swing yourself up to the top. Now ready to go further atop if you need be. All right. So the environment.
Do I have another turn, right? Because 2 rounds.
Oh yes, you guys have. It's about to cycle to the environment. Should anyone wish to do anything else this round, then you may.
Oh wait, so we have one more round.
Seeing
the environment.
Yes.
Yeah. Seeing the 2 of them take cover, I'm going to look to Boris and say, well, I'm going to tell them to hide as well, or make themselves small, and then go and hide myself.
There is a whisper upon the wind that begins to emanate. You'll hear a light voice. It seems like it's a child's, then it's a male's, then it's a female's. Maybe it's all three together. But you hear the collective of four. They arrive. They come together upon the unleashing of their ignorance, should they die. There is a lot of unease that befalls everybody in your immediate vicinity. You hear a collective wail from everybody. They are all screaming. These two people up here at the top begin to argue. You hear belted screams before one tries to strangle the other. And in a moment, this guy is thrown overside and is impaled upon a broken piece of wood. The one here, over here, begins laughing hysterically before bashing his head into this wall here. The chicken lady, who resides over here by her house, begins to furiously pluck at the chicken. However, she eats through the flesh and eventually gets to her own fingernails, beginning to slowly rip off portions of her fingers and eventually her fingers itself.
Oh no, not Nora.
You guys have one more round.
I'm done. I can't do anything else. You gave me one round.
I'm Bush. Is there more natural place other than in front of the door that a bush would be? That I can scurry to?
Scurrying bush.
I mean, you are a bush.
You know what? I'll do my part to better conceal the other two, wherever they are.
Jacob's currently residing here. We have the nameless one that is currently set atop of the building. Esna seems to be beside you.
I'm gonna do Martyr's Lament again. I believe, how much health does that take from me again? I was just about to look it up.
Martyr's Lament is, I believe it's 10 health. Right? I believe you shred off 10 health.
Yeah.
But let me see.
That's a lot of health.
It is a lot of health.
Sure, yeah.
You have.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because it's 10 to 10.
Flask.
You do have a flask.
You should have a flask full of soup.
Yep, it's 10 bypass damage per hit.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. So I've martyred twice.
Okay.
Ouch.
You now gain access to, and I believe that's 20 health that you lose, but you will now gain access. Do you reach any wound thresholds during this?
I went to 55 to 35.
Is show covered?
Okay.
So you did one wound
For any grit contest, and I'll let you cycle these and then heal yourself, and then I'll let you cycle these how you kind of want. But for any grit threshold reached, we're gonna roll a grit contest.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's not enough to be like a yeah.
There we go.
Is the base 2?
CD2 for 75%.
CD2?
Oh,
Okay,
CD2
it's morning outside, so you're good. You will become righteous. Maybe not righteous, not guaranteed. Emboldened. Sorry. 6.
Emboldened.
You become keen-eyed. For the next 1d4 attacks against you, you cannot. So they will not be able to use their AD modifier against you.
Fun.
The next 1d4 attacks. So keep this in mind. 1d4. Wow.
Damn.
Wow, you're eating good today. Any bonuses that they would get on top of their weapons, it does not reach you for those next attacks. Cool. Anyone else?
Bill Stathman.
So if you have Sixth Sense, do I see anything out there?
You currently do not. There doesn't seem to be any form of illusion that kind of coats the area, nor anything kind of supernatural in that way. Nothing invisible. That is how you'd probably describe how it feels right now. There is a palpable silence which rings aloud within your ears. Collective breaths begin to shudder. It's cold. the needles begin to rifle under your flesh. The bitter temperature begins to fall around you. To most of you guys, like, you're like, it might have felt lukewarm, but all of a sudden, like, you are freezing. You begin to like look to the left and to the right, trying to see if you could understand where this is kind of coming from. There's no palpable haze or mist or anything. But even though you're unable to see anything within the immediate distance, the cries of your neighbors are being heard. The people that are currently screaming around you, they scream even louder. You see people bashing their brains in, someone taking like a sickle and beginning to carve at their arm. It's as if they're trying to drive something out, because something is causing them to stir in a frenzy. Someone even yelling for something to get out of his head. There is one person specifically that catches your eye. Up to the top right, you notice a feeble form begin to crawl, ever so slowly making its way around the bend. And with it, you hear,
"It's here. Oh dear Maker, deliver us from its grasp."
Within an instant, the man's head is crushed by a boot. It drives instantly into the back of his skull. There is now a man that resides atop. His clothing is in an intricate, winding weave of cloth. Outside of its mundane aesthetic, the only thing that really speaks to you as odd would probably be the various skulls that are currently adorned to his waist. They're all marked with the word brand, a faint glowing symbol that some of you, all of you have, but some of you might have seen on Warren whenever he entered the occultist. He also has a massive blade which is strapped to its back. It's lined with several severed arms and fur. You're not really sure if this is faux, if it's just adorned, or if this is coming from the actual blade itself. Attempting to look towards his eyes, you will get an instant feeling of dread. It compels a heightened form of fear. So it's like you're staring into death itself. Everyone roll for me a grit contest. The CD is 5.
Okay. So we're just doing it. Okay.
So then you'll fail.
Fun.
Oh, no, you'll succeed. Never mind. Oh, no, yeah, you'll fail. Yeah, sorry, that's grit. Everyone here will fail. Nameless one?
I'm at the very top.
Oh.
Yeah.
4.
I failed.
All of you will fail.
Yeah.
All of you guys have one round of fear. You will begin to run away from this source as far as you can. Whether you want to go in the house, another thing. Whether you want to go somewhere else is another thing. But you will run, or you will try your best to run away from the source as far as possible.
I am going to go in the house, and I'm going to immediately find the little girl in there, and I'm going to huddle up in a corner with the little girl.
Everyone else?
I want to make sure that I can do something real quick because of my race. Human, where are you at? There you are, 15. That's not the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. There you go. Nah, damn it. Okay, I can't do anything with the racial traits. I will run towards the house, but I won't go into it.
Everyone else?
House.
Okay. Esna?
I think I will go in the house instead of on the outside.
Everyone! Please
Not
place for
everyone's
me
in
your
the house.
tokens where they
I'm not
would
in the
be.
house.
You're not in the house. You're standing out here.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Clever.
There will be a cacophony of screaming that you will hear on the outskirts of town. Many people barely able to make any form of coherent words, but you hear some steeled voices, some people raising some form of animosity. You can't exactly hear what they're saying, but it is full of aggression. And you hear them angling this towards the person which you just saw. As soon as anyone speaks up with this type of tone in their voice, seconds after, it goes silent. You hear wet splatters of blood, which begin to shirk across the floor. I'll give you guys one more round.
I forgot that I had community. Oh well.
Am I still feared?
You guys are no longer feared.
Okay, I think I will heal myself at least.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I'll use the flask.
Does this constitute as in the house?
Yeah.
This is a big ass house for a grave digger.
I mean, like, I don't know, like this is your office here, or somewhere.
Oh, there's two of me. Oh no.
Where are there two of you?
Oh wait, I don't know. Never mind.
It is a very upscaled house, but you have a lot of rooms for storage and whatnot.
I'm gonna drink my flask for a free action and then use the move action to go back to Warren.
Hi. Is there the hay barrels next to me? They wouldn't provide me with good enough cover, really, to get that 6 stealth again, would they?
Not unless you burrow under them now.
There's no.
I'd let you move them if you want.
Would I have enough time to move 2 to 3 in front of me?
Probably not.
There's not really anywhere that I can
cast something. Give me a minute while I dig.
Yeah, you do that. There's not really anywhere that would be good for stealthing, would there be?
No.
Inside that doorway.
Yeah, like unless you're getting crafty, no.
Yeah. What the hell is this on the bottom? Right in the bottom? Is that just a tree?
That is a stack of wood, I guess.
It's Boris.
it's Boris's residual body parts just stacked up. No, it's I guess it's just wood. Okay. Everyone needs wood.
Yeah. Sure.
That's what she
He
said.
needs burn bodies or something.
Shut up.
Alright, I'm gonna move over here, kind of behind this barrel. The child's really, really small, actually. Is there an empty barrel around here?
There is an empty barrel. There are large barrels over here. You see 1 and 2. Whether or not is empty, you'd have to ask Warren. There's some other barrels that are located underneath the stairs. Whether they are empty, it is up to Warren.
Okay,
They're also
before
not
I move
standing
then,
up.
before I move then, I'm gonna kind of like knock on these and see if they sound hollow.
Yeah. There is a resonance that kind of cascades within. There doesn't seem to be much of anything inside.
I'm gonna look at the little girl. I'm gonna put my finger up to my mouth, and then I'm gonna put her inside one of the barrels, and then like put my hands out.
There is a resounding silence which creeps outside before you hear a whistle pierce through it. The steps ring even louder than the call itself. The man now resides on the doorstep.
Can he not? I'm right there. Oh, man.
He's standing there, simply standing, and then he opens with,
My. What do we have here? Tell me, are you dregs? I figured you might look different. Taller, even. I mean, I'd hope that you'd put up more of a challenge than your friends here.
he kind of like throws a smile towards you.
I hope that you're ready. You don't look like it.
All right. First of all, you are trespassing on my property. That's rude. Second of all, you killed or you caused the deaths of Nora the chicken lady, Frank the guard on the wall, and Bastion over there laughed himself to death. That's just rude as fuck.
Oh yes, funny that one. Chicken lady. Put up much of a fight more than the others.
You see him kind of reel into the side of his torso. There's a shear that's stuck into just underneath his rib cage. He rips it out and drops it on the ground.
Well, good. I'm glad. She always was a fighter. Stubborn as hell, that old bat.
He kind of looks around slowly. He's not ignoring you, but it doesn't seem like he's giving any form of weight to what you're talking about.
So, what can I do you for coming over here and trespassing in my office, my home?
I just care about one thing, really.
All right.
Care to make a wager, my good friend?
We're not friends, so no.
Oh, but we will be.
No, we won't.
You see, I've come for one thing, actually. I want to see everything that you love and care about burn. Isn't that funny? I saw some of the friends with you.
The door opens slowly and I'm standing there in the doorway.
I thought I saw a child with you for a moment there, before you quickly ran into the house. Would everybody else like to come outside? Gravedigger, since you do not wish to call the rest of your friends out, I guess I must come in. But I do say I plan, and I mean I plan, to watch all that you yearn for fall to ruin. And you might not think that you have things left, but I bet that you do. And inside of that house right now, I see a couple things that you might care about. I yearn to kill you, or rather, something of you. Be it your soul or your ignorance, that the difference is nothing, but should you waste my time, I shall not falter in violating the corpses of your friends before you, brandishing them before the town, their great potential saviors. A lot of people have wanted you dead, and I bet your minds are currently stirring to figure out why. What is currently going on within this town? Well, I'm not here to provide an answer. I'm here to simply kill you. But I don't exactly want to do that.
He kind of takes out a knife and twists it around his finger. He adopts like a kind of devil-may-care attitude as he's walking side to side as he's kind of like flipping his knife around.
No, I don't wish to kill you. In fact, I adore you. Why exactly would I simply wish to kill you? I mean, sure, I would love to. The battle would be legendary. And I won't exactly exude it as a possibility. In fact, I cherish the potential that I could. But you see, I haven't been waiting for this exact moment to squander it. And of all the encounters I've had with your ilk, as I've purged them, his fingers kind of grace the skulls that are just lining his waist, as it kind of jingles it a little bit. I don't wish to ruin this for myself. I have to be more careful.
Warren, do you know this? Do you know this person?
I've never met him before in my life.
He will kind of look towards you, Esna.
What are you fiending for?
I seek to liberate you from your ignorance. But that does not come without a cost, you see. I am owed, wayfarers. For this mercy from me requires the taste, and I yearn to have it. So come at me, true. Lest you watch your fields burn, your people cold, and your loved ones strung up like flayed pigs, I seek to tear out your hearts. And if you do not grace me with combat, then I shall cleanse this coil of all that you have left. If I have to go to the ends of the fucking earth to purge everything that you love before you, to spur a little bit of your ire, then I shall. Let this be that moment where we put this to the test. I'll give you a couple moments to wound me. If you can, I'll leave you in peace. If you can't, someone's dying tonight.
Making you bleed's the only way to get you out of here. Let's do it.
I'm gonna call for the other two. Boris and the nameless one.
You see him kind of take a sigh as he kind of crinks his neck back and forth. He begins to partially strip his body. All of his adornments that was clothing him, his clothing, begins to sleek off of his body. He now just has bare skin exposed. You see multitudes of scars just gashed across his body. He mutters underneath his breath,
How I've longed for this.
How do you know we're the ones you're searching for? why have you longed to fight us in particular?
These are questions, Wayfarer. I might have answers. Not really willing to give it currently. Tell you what. If you could show me that you're not a measling, stifling little whelp, then perhaps I might give you an answer to one or maybe two of your questions. But I was not sent here to give you answers. I was sent here to simply kill you. The fact that you're still breathing is by the grace of my mercy.
Arbiter, do I know what a Wayfarer is and that particular...
You might not
thing?
know. Would you like to know what a Wayfarer is? Some people might, those people who are Wayfarers. Some people might not know the nature of like exactly what it is they are.
Okay, I would like to roll for it.
Roll for it.
What do I need to do?
Give me a 1d2. This would have been something that the artificer would have told you from the get-go, or it's just something that he might have neglected to tell you. It's something that you either know or just generally don't know. I will give you automatically the answer to what a Wayfarer generally is, just from what the populace knows, but it is not uber well known. If you roll a 2, I'll say that you know it.
Okay. I forgot how to do this, so bear with. Nope.
So I'll give you the baseline understandings as to what they are. You know that there are predominantly within the world, a lot of people send seekers out to get most of the things that they need done. It's hard to kill creatures. It's hard to survive at a daily basis. Most people who leave the town, it's a certain death thing. Few individuals have come across throughout the course of history who have had a proficiency with killing. Some say that they have made a pact with death itself. Other people might say that they're harbingers of fate. Some people dive into mysticism and create gods and speak of different types of figures, the Arbiter, for example, to guide these lost lambs off to whatever goals might be out there. Whatever they are, they're things of legend, and they are very, very rare. Like, in the world, there might have only existed 4 within the span of a century.
So I know at least that he's calling me something that is basically near impossible.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Boris, Nameless One. I did call you out if you want to come out or not. But Esna will shake their head and say, I know not what you speak of. You speak of the same nonsense of the people that killed themselves just for being in your presence. There's no such thing as a Wayfarer in this building.
That's where you're wrong. I forgive you for not knowing things. It's not exactly a common piece of information. Even a well-read vicar of yourself. I've watched you for some time. Kind of surprised you wouldn't know this piece of information, but it's understandable. Let's just call you a rare breed of individual. One that I seek for my own ends. And as much as many people would like you dead, I gotta do it in just the right way. He smiles at you as he kind of gestates with his knife, kind of tapping in your direction.
I'll look over at Warren. Because to be fair, the guy's just standing there waiting for us to start. Just go
yeah, basically, right? He's just waiting for us.
He's waiting for now. If you guys don't act, let's say that he's still waiting.
He said he's gonna do something.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'll go attack him.
Go for it.
Okay. Boop boop. Hi.
I'm gonna think this is insane.
Okay. So, should have waited until I actually did my thing, but I'm still gonna attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know it's no contest.
It's blinding, the speed that he takes his knives out and instantly juts upward, knocking your weapon to the side. He creates an opening and then he tries to stab forward. Jacob, before he even attempts to strike you, you feel like your body is lacerated about 20 times. You're taking 20 bypass damage.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 9, 9, 10. Does a 10 hit your AL?
How is it a 10? There's 1, 2.
Every single one of his modifiers automatically rolls as a success.
Yeah,
It's a passive that he has.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah. He is a special duck.
Counter catch thing.
Counter cat.
I'm gonna counter his counter.
Roll against it. The CD is a 10.
contest.
No contest.
What a chance!
Holy
Yes, it still hits me for 50% of the damage, but
It doesn't deal damage.
I get them. Oh, it doesn't deal damage. So
Does it have to, in order to counter strike, does it have to deal damage?
parry with one hand while counter striking with the other, reducing an enemy's attack by 50% while granting you an additional main action with no contest. The reaction consumes 12 stamina.
Okay.
Damn.
Fuck it, I'll allow it. Fuck it, I'll allow it. He begins to reach out his arm, and then what would you like to do, my friend, as you begin to strike?
Well, if he's reaching out his arm, I'm going to bat it away with my left hand and bring my other blade up into his armpit to hit him.
Unleash your strike, my friend. Roll it.
Oh wow, 1, but it's a charm success.
Yes. So this will deal double damage because it is a critical. That will be 12 damage.
Oh, is it critical?
You use a charm dice to automatically succeed, right?
I didn't use a charm dice, no. It's a charm success because it's charm proficiency.
Oh, charm proficiency. I thought you used that. Okay, that's fair. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me plug in the headset. Because my headset is dying.
If you don't say leave my family out of your goddamn mouth after this, I'm gonna die.
Fuck, I didn't factor that in. Okay, you'll see that your blade buries into his arm, but there's almost no blood that leaves once you pull it out.
But he takes the hit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You get off my goddamn property and you leave my family alone.
Kind of smiles towards you, just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Well, it's always gonna be 9, 10. Does a 10 hit your AL?
Is it your turn again?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
He has an interesting passive.
Fucking Christ. Yeah, it hits my AL.
Slash R1D2. Oh, wrong thing. I have 2 keyboards in front of me. Slash R1D2. He is gonna knock you back 10 feet as he brandishes his boot and slams it forward. Weak!
Okay. Does bleed count as physical damage or no, Ty?
Bleed will count as non-physical damage. Yeah.
I'm gonna run forth if I can select the right thing. Ah! Okay, so I would have to go around the barrels because I'm assuming I can't just jump over them. Here, hold on.
Did you factor in the bypass?
Yes.
This. Oh.
That'll do it.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, the +2 from the...
Yeah.
I did not,
Violet.
but... Yeah.
Good call.
Oh, adrenaline.
So I'm gonna bite this man first
boy.
of all.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna bite him
Nom 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 nom.
because I still have my blood vial. There's no point in biting him. I'm gonna step in between him and Warren, and I'm gonna show him pretty writing on my arm. And
Hey, look at this.
it's gonna force a sanity contest for him, using the glyph.
Right. Let's see. Sanity.
That will pass inherently. so he won't get the weird visions from the glyph, but he still has done a sanity contest, so he will get Mind Rotter, which also adds in 2 more sanity contests, so he will take 7 mind damage.
Hey.
And then I'm going to get behind Warren.
Hi.
Actually, can I pick him up? Because that's a free action, so I can, showing him the glyph is a free action.
How heavy
so
are you?
Can I
How heavy am I?
help him up, I guess? How heavy, actually, yeah, how heavy is Warren?
I'm not on the ground.
No, I just
kicked me
kicked him
back.
back. He's not prone.
Oh, okay, alright.
Yeah. I got pushed back and you can see the trails of my feet being dragged.
Anyone else?
Let me see how far it is. How far away am I from him? The thing's
You
not working.
are 35 feet.
I'm gonna teleport in a flurry of smoke and incense and appear. I don't know if I want to be careful because I don't remember if I have my glyph or not.
If you're attempting to mount, I think the creature has to be at least one size larger than you.
I also
one
don't know if
space
I
larger.
have mount yet, to be fair.
I think it's something that you have inherently. I think you should just have it inherently.
Oh,
Everyone can do a mounting.
4 minutes, my blood runs out. So I'll have to remind me to replenish. Remind me in 4 minutes that it. Well, I'll just remember. It's fine.
So,
Don't worry about it.
Just to be safe, if I teleport up above him and hit him, depending on if it's below 50 foot, it can't hurt me, right?
Yes.
So long as I hit him?
Yeah.
Okay. Just because I don't have my... Just because I don't have my full kit, I'm gonna teleport 20 feet up.
Okay.
And with my... If I'm not mistaken, I automatically hit, right?
Yes, you can. I believe. I believe you have charm proficiency with your strike.
You should.
I need
I
to...
bet.
Clearly I need to...
They would
better
know
on my
their
sheet.
build.
I apologize.
Yeah. You would know your build way better than I would. I believe that. Yeah, I believe.
Damn!
3, 4, 5.
Damn, so close.
Yeah, you were close.
That was so close to an improbable crit.
That was crazy. Gosh, dang, roll 20, rolling high. But yes, this is a charm proficiency, so you will indeed succeed.
Okay.
And
20 foot of falling as well.
this is also an imbued sensor, so should anyone have any damage, I believe you can array this healing out 50% of your, because it's half impact damage and then half holy damage, I think is what you're doing. And then that half holy damage can then be converted into healing after you deal it to your allies.
Yeah. I'm assuming Warren got the damage, so I'll be sending the healing to him.
Ooh, how much do I get?
Oh, was that flourish?
Yeah, flourish. I am going to use my flourish to.
You want me to swing again?
No, I can't do that. Yeah, that's encore. Add 2 damage dice.
Damage dice. Jesus Christ.
Good lord.
So you get base damage times 3.
So their base damage is 6, right? No. Yeah, one-handed. Yeah, 6 damage, so times 3. Times 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because times 1 be nothing.
18, 19, 20. Okay.
6 times 3 is 18.
Yeah, plus 2 is
I
20.
love that I swing and
And then plus another 2 from bypass damage.
it's like I'll always hit, but I don't hit for much.
You're hitting the same amount as I am.
You did a really juicy amount of damage. You hit more than Jacob.
Yeah.
Okay.
My first attack got fucking parried entirely. I just had to counter parry him real quick.
So did you teleport strike him, or did you?
Yes, teleport strike him, and then I'll move away.
Okay. How far would you like to move away?
30 feet.
You've moved 20 feet so far?
30 feet, damn.
Wait, another 30 feet?
Because I can only
You moved
teleport
20
up.
feet, and then you teleported, and then you're moving back.
Okay, so yeah, I'll move back to my hole. Wherever I can.
I know the average has 30 feet. Do you have higher than 30 feet of movement?
No.
You have 20 extra movement speed.
Oh my fucking...
So you
Okay,
should
you're
have
almost as
50
fast as me.
movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 55. Now,
So you wanted to go back to where you were?
I'll go next to the nameless one. Fuck it. Yeah, right there.
Alright.
So wait, how
What's that?
much damage went through? Because I get the healing from it, so
Went through or was dealt?
was dealt. Sorry.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
50% of it, the bypass won't count. So that would be 10 healing, I believe.
Cool. I am back up to full. All right.
We shall continue. It now cycles back to the boss, the archfiend, as it were. He begins to walk up. Did I slip that in the conversation? I'm sorry.
Well, now we know. Thanks. Yeah.
Well, damn.
He is
Smite.
going to rush up, and Jacob, he will try to hit you again.
Okay.
This time, he will indeed critically succeed. He's going to try to grapple you.
Okay.
Does he succeed?
I mean, he crits.
You played a lot of characters sometimes that it's always had some bullshit. I feel like I have to ask usually sometimes just in case.
Until higher levels, Ty.
His arm will reach out and grab you by your throat and then lift you up into the air. He will then walk you forward, hold you out to the side, and stare at the nameless one.
This guy, but
There is going to be 1,000 cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, no, all those are counted as positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus an AL negation of 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I believe a 13 hits your AL nameless one.
Well, my AL's 4 right now, so yeah.
13 for 9 of that is going to be converted into break. And
Oh no, not my armor.
You're being targeted with. Did you have armor before?
No. That's why I was.
Okay, cool.
Never mind.
Just making sure. You are receiving 16 slashing damage, 6 modified by the plus 10 AB. Every single creature around, so everyone within 30 feet. You can see Wyatt. So everyone as well is going to be taking 22 attack bonus. Wyatt, do you have, I'm not sure if you have it yet, the ability Limelight, I believe it is? It decreases the AB from creatures?
He has a reduction of 50% if he wanted to use it, I think, of all incoming damage.
Not sure, just making sure. You might have something with Flourish, but as for Esna, you do have a your success from the last thing that you you don't have to. I'm just asking or just saying. But Esna, because you did succeed the grit contest, this would count towards one of the attacks that is targeting you using AB. So you will take 12 instead of 22. This is going to be bypass damage.
what is the definition of nearby, Ty?
Nearby is within 60 feet. So what you see is him brandish a dagger, and he kind of slowly stabs it forward, but the blade vanishes. Very quickly, you look down to your side, and it is within the upper areas of your rib cage. Everyone around the area suddenly feels themselves being stabbed, or probably just lacerated with maybe over 50 cuts each. He then pulls out the blade, and
Well,
he's
there
gonna
goes all my
step-
temporary health points.
I'm gonna step back. I'm not gonna be
What a bother.
mean. And try to throw you into the ground or something. But Jacob, he will look at you. Actually, he'll stay by here. He's gonna look at you, take his foot again, and then kick you towards the stacks of hay. Oh no, he can't do that. That's secondary. Never mind.
I was like, he's done a lot of things this round.
Oh yes.
I need to do a quick check. 22.
I'm down.
Oh fuck.
You're dead.
Everyone give for me a grit contest. The CD is 5. You are witnessing the death or the potential death of one of your allies. Seeing them go down in battle is causing you to have a shock.
Am I seeing
He's
it?
inside the building. Can we see him?
Oh, that is true. If I would say
I'm being choked. Unless he points me at him, I can't see him.
this is true. So I will say for you, Esna, you might, because I feel like you might hear if your ally belts in pain as their body's giving
I'll take
way.
that. I'll take that. I'm the healer.
I mean, at least
kinda
hearing
need
the
to know.
violin stop would be a very harrowing thing.
So you both
That's
people, roll me a grit contest, CD5. Wyatt will cover what happens to you after this.
I'm gonna use. What happens if I lose the crit contest?
We become demoralized.
Yeah. You become demoralized.
Okay.
Most effects should only exist for about a round, but there's some that don't. Like the buff that you have. So this will fail.
Both will
And
fail.
then Nameless one. Both of them fail.
Both,
All right.
because I'm above. I've rolled it when you said to
And that's
roll
for Esna. You become frozen in place. The sudden stop of the music almost stops you dead in your tracks. You're unsure of what to do momentarily. As for you, Nameless one, same thing exactly.
5 says overwhelmed staggered.
Overwhelmed, staggered, yes.
So you're frozen in place, basically. You can't do anything for the next round.
Wyatt,
Okay.
you have taken a deep wound. I'm imagining you went from full health and then now you're at 0.
Yeah,
Because you have received damage exceeding 50% of your health total, you will be unable, until cleansed properly, to heal beyond 50% of your health. You've also transcended the amount of you've jumped over a lot of your wound thresholds. So normally whenever you reach towards close to the bottom, it's naturally a CD5. But because you skipped over, if I'm correct, 2 of your other wound thresholds, this will compound it by adding 2 disadvantages, I believe, towards a grit contest. Because this is also a death save, I believe you naturally have disadvantage. So you will have 3 disadvantages against this grit contest. Here is what you see, though. As you receive multitudes of lacerations, you see a myriad of blood fly in front of your face. You become exceedingly weak, and you try to hold yourself up. But within this moment, you will hear the toll of a bell. It's not exactly a bell, but you hear something like it. It's like a rattling cacophony. A shaded form will appear before you. Its object that it carries is adorned with many skeletal structures. It looks down upon you, raises the bell, shakes it, and you hear a cacophony of cries. Everyone that you've ever deemed as a friend or a loved one screams around you with an uncanny loudness and a clarity. Give me a grit contest. The CD will be 5. You have 3 disadvantages. This will be a demoralization. Your character will indeed fall to their knees. Should you get up, you will indeed be staggered, but you will be considered prone, if I am correct. Do not attack with collapse. Yes. In this moment, something odd happens. The figure which is standing there in high anticipation, ready to shake its bell yet again, slowly drops it. Roll for me a... How high is your disc score? Your score?
mine?
Yeah. We have some people with 6th sense here, so I'm just checking. So you have a 4. You don't see anything. But something is definitely felt. You see that the figure that is holding the bell, as it's about to potentially shake again, right as it lifts up its hand, it vanishes from your sight. Goes back to the players.
I need to do a grit contest because I fell below the wound threshold.
Okay, run it.
CD2, I believe. That's a fail.
Jesus Christ, that is a critical fail.
Yeah, it's critical failure.
Okay, demoralization. Three.
I can't do anything anyways because I'm in his grasp.
This is true. Because technically you critically failed to a very high degree. I have to punish that somehow. I will say the next attack that you choose to do will have 2 disadvantages.
Okay.
And now resides with your guys' turn.
I mean, I can't do anything. None of us can
No, I know. I'm just to anyone else. I believe
nobody can do anything.
that is true. It cycles back.
Well, Wyatt can get a contest to get up, can't
Yeah, that is true. Sorry. It's been a while since we saved towards death. Wyatt, you have another save towards the contest. Same contest, there'll be CD5, but you don't have the other disadvantage.
Jesus.
That is a critical failure. Okay. You are going to gain another reaping. Right as the thing vanishes, it manages to get off another tick before it is blinked out of existence. You'll gain 2 reapings. Should you recover, you're going to have 2 lingering injuries, which basically means that once you have 3 reapings, you're officially dead. If you ever get out of this phase and go back in, still retaining the injuries that you have, you'd be starting at this part of the saves, where you'd have 1 save to succeed, so to speak.
Sounds good.
Jacob, you find that you are thrown into the barrel of hay.
Okay. Alright. Damage?
No damage.
Okay.
Normally there might be. I mean, not really.
Well, it's hay. It's relatively soft, right?
Yeah, I think like if you're, because like horizontal
hay.
fall damage.
Yeah.
Well, like if he did take damage, I would reduce it. But normally fall damage, how it works is once you exceed 10 feet, for every single distance that you're traveling, you're going to take 1 impact damage for however far you travel beyond that. And then there's terminal velocity and all that other stuff. But it only counts past 10 feet. So naturally, horizontal fall damage works in a similar way. So unless he moved 15 feet, he wouldn't take like 5 damage. But even still, I would negate it because it's a bunch of hay.
Can we call that velocity damage for like grammar's sake? Because horizontally.
Well, yeah.
Like, I'm just like thinking about like how do you fall to the side? Well, maybe in some places in this world, but
Inertia, momentum. I would say inertia or momentum, but those are actual mechanics, and also technically velocity. but cool. He's gonna take a step back, and he's gonna leer in your guys' direction. There's a look of like frustration, a little bit of boredom. He kind of expected more. He doesn't say anything, but he looks very annoyed. The round passes and it goes to you guys. Wyatt, you see nothing, but you automatically succeed your next reaping. All of you guys with 6th sense, you will feel a crippling weight. The whole room for a half second, it'll feel like -40 degrees. And then the feeling of coldness will subside. Wyatt, you are now back up.
wait a second. If I had 6th sense, doesn't the thing that comes for the reapings count as a gas or illusion or ghoul?
It is a ghast. However, what just happened isn't something that would necessarily be seen. But yes, you are right. I should have said you would have seen the apparition that would have come before Wyatt.
Oh my god. Does that do anything?
Right. to you. If we want to get out the reaping bell, I mean, technically it can. But no, it wouldn't. I'm not gonna. all existing living people take 50 damage. No.
Now there's a whole bunch of bells. Wow.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
There's death all
Jingle
the
to your
way.
grave.
Jingle to your grave.
What I'll say is that, like, those of you with Sixth Sense, roll me a privy, all of you.
Oh.
All of you who have 10 dis, which I believe is Wyatt and Esna. Or Esna and the Nameless One, sorry. Yeah. You've been around spirits before, you've been around graveyards before. There's a relative presence that things that originate from a certain plane of existence have. Some people might call it the gray. Most people do not know this knowledge. This kind of pressure is not exactly normal. It is extremely not normal. I can't tell you much more than that.
Damn. Fuck.
There will be a glint in the man's eye as he kind of hears some shambling that's going around the corner. As soon as all of you guys collectively feel the presence, his eyes kind of narrow. Yeah, but he feels the president creeping around. But yeah, no, his eyes will kind of narrow a little bit beyond the opening of the door.
Would like to heal Boris.
Run it. So the Aether cost will be 12, but you have 12 disc capped at 10, so it'd be 2, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna calculate that.
President Donald Trump, 47.
I was felt by the man, and I felt him too.
Should I?
I felt
You
him
felt like a
too,
good
guys.
guy.
I felt him too.
You
He
felt
felt
like
like
a
a
good
good
guy.
guy.
All 7 fingers.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But yes, Wyatt, you are indeed healed.
Am I prone from him throwing me back?
No, you're fine. I didn't want to impose that on you. Technically, I probably should have, but...
Okay. Well, this is unfortunate, Tony.
I think I can still move, correct?
Yes. You do see that he is kind of locked up in a particular stance. He's just kind of looking at all of you.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm
go ahead
gonna
and
go
drink.
protect this opening if the Nameless One has that opening.
I'm gonna go ahead and drink a little bit of my flask.
That's a hell of a drinking sound.
Are you grapefruiting your flask or something? Like what?
No,
What's going on?
it's just going.
Warren's over here drowning.
I hate it. It tastes awful. And then I'm gonna run up to the guy again, and I'm gonna secondary attack him.
Your attack shall miss.
It's a no contest attack.
This is a no contest block.
So what's the ruling on that?
Immovable object, unstoppable force.
How do we? I think we came across this once before. And we were like deciding a ruling on it. What is it? If there is something no contest in place preventing, but then you do something that's no contest to override that, then yours takes precedent after the fact. Is that how we ruled it?
Maybe. It doesn't have.
I swear I made like an additional rule to this somewhere in the book.
Yeah, because I have whenever I was Whelp and the Baba Yaga did a no contest thing. It's like, but I have a no contest dodge. It's like, okay, but something has to hit. It's like, okay, well, okay.
Okay. In that case, this will go through.
Oh, awesome. So real quick, this next attack also had the -2 disadvantages on it. Because you said the next attack I do would have the -2 disadvantages. So Okay.
But it was no contest that you did.
Yeah.
You use a charm.
So I'm still rolling just in case to see if I crit or crit failed. So the 2 contests are gone. Damn, that was a good roll of attack. Fuck. Okay. I do hit him. Haha. Take that. Crazy.
This goes through.
And then I'm going to do a main action attack. Haha.
Wait, so you took your secondary first?
I'll
Yeah.
flourish him on
Your secondary would have gone through because this is next 1d6 main actions.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So the secondary attack would have gone through because it's a secondary. And then that one would not go through though.
Don't tell him that. Don't tell him.
Oh.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him
He's
that.
my teammate. It would.
This is true. Rolling through though. Rolling through though.
Even still, I used the first one to get rid of that -2 disadvantage on my attacks, because that was what I wanted to do because it would have gone through unless I critically failed.
Okay.
So,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Alright. So 6 damage, my 6 adrenaline comes to me. What's he do on the second one?
You are passed in front of the nameless one, and you will sustain 20 bypass damage as a series of lacerations cross across your body.
Okay. That's not what that says, but damn it. Okay.
No, there is a passive. I have his stat sheet to the left, like directly to like the left. Just having his passives up so I can see what exactly is happening.
Was it bleed or slashing, you said?
It's counted as bypass damage.
Which is physical?
Physical, yeah, physical.
Haha, I take 18! Fuck you! The small things in life, everybody! The small things in life is what you want to talk about.
So,
Okay. Can I move?
yeah.
Ow!
Have you taken, have you entered any certain wound thresholds?
Back into the original wound threshold, to below 41. So I gotta do another grit contest, it's CD2. Oh, buddy. Where's my grit? There's my grit. Come on! Hey! There we go!
Okay.
Pass it!
Emboldened, good sir. You are blessed.
2!
Gain +2 damage dice on your next main action upon your turn. Indeed.
Okay. Cool.
To make a roll on this guy as a free action if I can.
Go for it.
What could I roll to figure out what the fuck he is? Is there something that can get through? Not
That would
you
be
said what
an
he was at all.
identify contest.
Okay. Not a discernment.
No, this would be discernment. You can use int, so you can use your intellect. You can use the discernment, and you can modify that with your identify. You could also use privy, should you want to. You can add your privy modifier and your identify modifier into this.
Did it work? Nope.
No.
Roll. Do the thing. I swear to fuck. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna roll identify.
I believe in you. You got this. You're not currently in roll 20. Now you are.
I'm
I
gonna
have to-
also roll for it.
Ooh,
Hot damn.
that's a good roll.
God
That's a good roll, Josh.
damn. Jesus.
I did it!
All right.
Oh, damn it! I didn't do it.
I'll tell you what you. I guess while Chris is working towards that, I will tell you what you know, Josh. You're scared. Whether from the knowledge that the book that you have stumbled across is imbued within your mind, or the subtle whispers that are heard from around the corners of the place that you used to know where you grew up, there's always been stories of a lot of things, like be it wendigos, be it certain types of things like haints. There's always been a story that has persisted probably as much as the others over the course of the last 200 years. Some believe it goes further. No one's exactly sure. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let this also apply to you. You would probably most likely get this from either...
Yay.
Potentially, you might have had brushings with the Assurance Scholars that might have every now and again visited the church from wandering different lands, or maybe some of the records that Benedict might have had. This is just a collective, a tiny amount of works that just exist within the collection of the library, things that people need to kind of care about. In Benedict's collection, you most likely might come across something like this. So,
Okay.
what this creature, what this person, I wouldn't really call him a creature, is referred to is... People call him the Black Sheep. Some people call him the Saint of Killers. Some people ascribe him specific types of names, of which he has over 500. It's very loosely known anything about this individual other than he might have come from before the epoch. He most likely did not originate from Gresset. You guys are upon the continent of Gresset. He would have come from the lands of Sumar. Most likely Argesh, but that past is long behind him. Some say within certain tales that he made a deal with death itself. Some people speak to the idea that he stole power from the Yawning Grave. Another person might say that he's visited a certain library. Some people might say he's killed enough people and has been soaked with the taint of man that he's corrupted himself and lives forever. All of those stories have some things in common, like the idea that water and food, nourishment cannot grace him. He cannot eat. He is perpetually suffering. The only way that he can supposedly sustain himself, which is why most of his records might show up in tandem with vampiric type entities and parasites and pestilence, he consumes the flesh of man, for it is almost the only thing that he can consume. He yearns for death, but no mortal weapon can kill him.
All right, cool. I'm gonna drop a nuke on him now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna open my book and I'm gonna force it into his face. And what this is gonna do?
Is occurring, as
he's smiling towards you.
As I was just gonna say under their breath, you poor tortured soul.
So this is going to go to a random page within the book. He will need to roll a sanity contest equal to the check of the page, so that's going to be at least a CD 10. So double to the check of the page, sorry. Yeah.
He will roll a 2.
Okay, so he will take... What is this? Each failure grants the creature a non-permanent -1 to sanity.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he will take a non-permanent -1 to sanity, and then what he will do is since he failed the sanity contest, and Mindrauder gives 2 more failed sanity contests, so he will take another 7 points. Well, he was given a sanity contest and they failed too. He will take another 7 points of mind damage, and then on top of that, there should be 5 failed sanity contests now. Did you add in the other 2 failed?
Yes.
Okay. And then the nameless one is gonna run away.
He is smiling at you right now.
Okay, so he actually likes me, I feel like. And I don't like that. I don't like that he likes me. Let's see here.
I think he wants to die.
There is a whisper that he mutters that you can probably hear before you leave.
Such tainted knowledge. Where did you come across such a book?
The nameless one is gonna turn their head as they're leaving, and I'm not sure if he'll be able to discern this, but there is a lot of sorrow in the nameless one's eyes as they're looking back at them as they're running, and they hear the whispers.
his eyes will kind of narrow. You see him bring out both blades, and then he kind of stops. He kind of takes out one of his blades as he puts one arm behind his back, and then he gets into a certain stance. He slowly walks up to you, Jacob.
This is getting boring.
Yeah.
As he walks up to Warren, I'm just gonna belt to Warren how your weapons can do nothing to him. Focus on defense.
And nothing else. When he
11
does that,
is
well,
targeting
actually,
you.
Ty, counter catch sting.
Okay, you have to roll against 11.
It's a no contest. Thank you very much.
No, not naturally.
Not? Parry with one hand.
Charm proficiency specifically, unless it states otherwise, charm proficiency goes away as soon as you're counter striking.
Well, okay, parry with one hand while counter striking with the other, reducing an enemy's attack by 50%, while granting you additional main action with no contest.
Yes, if you succeed, then you will get another action with no contest, because you're leaving him exposed after you succeed to punish that failure. So what you're going to be doing is that you're rolling an attack versus normal dex contest that you're familiar with, and that's going to be targeting the number that he rolls. Whatever number is higher, because right now you're facing skill versus skill. Whoever blade can get past succeeds. The highest number wins out.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna charm dice that.
Okay, you will succeed. And this no contest strike will now be considered a critical strike.
Okay. Which also, because I am emboldened by blessed, I gain a +2 damage die for my next attack, main action, which this counts as a main action.
So
it still does damage to me.
So
but
you
it
do
does
6 damage.
50% less.
So
It does-
18 times 2. So that's 36.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But so this does still deal damage to me, but it does half of that. So it's 16 damage to me, so it does 8. Right?
Yes. Everybody else, or rather just Esna, including
No, I
Jacob.
used my turn with healing Boris and then moving, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, did she move? She's still right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so you
I
would
moved.
hit. Yeah. You get hit still.
Yeah. Nearby.
That's what I asked you before. What the definition of
I
nearby
was.
was.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
You
nearby
said
is 10 feet.
You said
need to
60 last
retcon,
time.
Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, around is 60. Nearby is 10 feet.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Wow. Okay.
Or should be fine then. Should have been
Boris
fine the
is
last
fine.
Yeah,
time.
Boris is more than fine
Well,
then.
That is an error on
No.
my part then. I apologize. And
Can
this
we retcon Boris's deep wound then?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
He
but
has no
not the
lingering wounds.
roleplay?
But not the roleplay.
It's like we have a problem, Arbiter. We have roleplay aspects going on here.
Yeah. I guess that might not happen then.
I mean,
I get it.
I rolled real shit for the amount of hearts that I have, so you could just chalk it up to that's how I lost them.
Okay. Okay, but so that is 36 damage to it or him that I do, and it does 6 to me because of physical resistances.
And then all nearby creatures will then take an additional 22.
Am I counted?
but in
I'm
your
counted
case,
in that.
11. You are.
Okay. Look.
So there'll be another 11 damage going
Warren,
out.
God fucking damn it.
So that's 9 damage, so 22. Okay. That is
That's
taking me
great.
down. I can't do anything about that. Was fucking defensive. I blocked half of the damage. What do you mean? Fuck. Okay, I am. That's a below 50% health. Crit CD3. I did not go below that. I went Okay, it's only the 3 because I didn't go below the 75 at that point. Okay.
Run it.
Running it. 2. Fuck! Collapse. You fall to your knees for 1 round, granting minus 10 AL.
So this does indeed happen. There is a pause that kind of happens in him. He sheathes his other blade. He'll kind of like stroke his chin, and he'll turn his gaze towards the vicar.
Perhaps this is not the time. Tell me, this establishment that you have here, do you cherish it?
I cherish all things here in my village.
Very well then. He'll walk out this way, and then before he pauses, he'll say,
Vicar, the next time I visit you, I'm claiming something more personal. I see no reason to stay here, but that does not mean that I'm going without a price being paid. This little residence that you have, the people that were your neighbors, they're but a few of many. Consider probably 200 souls that I shall be collecting before I leave this town of yours. The next time that I come, you shan't be so lucky.
he'll stow his blades, and then he'll kind of cough to himself.
Fucking wretches.
Oh,
I have
okay.
a question, Ty.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to use benediction on Warren, would I know that his weapons would go through?
Wait, does benediction bless it with holy?
Yeah.
I know
That's
holy.
not
Wait, does it grant holy affinity?
Imbued.
I know it
Sorry,
heals over the course of time, but
No, I was
Oh.
wrong. I meant imbued sensor, which is he doesn't have a sensor, so never mind.
it would have gone through. Yes. If he had a sensor, then yeah. Oh no, wait, is it?
Sensor?
I don't think it has to be. No, if you want to have it heal as an additional, then I think it has to be a sensor. It gives a slash holy to the effect. So if you deal like 10 slashing damage, now you deal 5 slashing damage and 5 holy damage. It partitions the damage that you do and converts the other half into holy.
No.
So you would have been able to.
While he's walking away, if I cast Imbue Holy.
I'm on the ground, I will have you know. I'm on the ground, I cannot get up for a full round, technically. Or I can get up, but I can't do anything for a full round. He would be away.
Roll me a disc contest. Okay.
No, I mean, I'll take a disc, because I'm thinking. I'm not taking an action, I'm thinking.
This is gonna be a CD5.
Well, you know I have a plus 10.
You do. So charm proficiency, that is right. With your identify. He wasn't toying with you, but he was not exactly doing his full strike. His normal attacks definitely could have hit a lot harder, and even beyond that, he could have probably hit you a little bit harder. He was testing you. Judging from what he said earlier, he's not exactly wanting to kill you, even though he wants to kill you. That doesn't mean that he won't kill you. You saw that as him being honest. With that critical success, I will also say during the course of the fight, you notice that he didn't really sustain much of any damage. It's almost as if he was inviting you to strike him, analyzing every single hit that you did. He lost interest, trying to get back his ire and then showing that you actually have a smidge of chance to do something to him might not bode well. It could.
Okay.
Might not. Because then you're going to get his interest back.
Yeah, I figured. Thank you for... yeah. So I will state my hand and just heal Warren.
You're going to hear a whistle that kind of echoes as he kind of walks off past your dead neighbors.
All right, death from Puss in Boots.
You heal for 10, I believe, Warren.
That's great. Thank you. My body hurts.
If I slap myself with my sensor with Martyr's Lament, does that still heal people?
Yes. Yeah, every single time that you flog yourself, the excess forms of healing will dash out and coalesce upon your allies. Your blood quite literally healing your allies.
Because I have some penance to get rid of, and people need to heal anyway.
I would say it's probably a lot easier to do that within the church, but it is probably somewhere that you don't want to go to right now, so there is that.
Yep, you say that.
But you guys still have a thing to do. Yourselves collecting. Shopping trip.
Shopping trip!
Everyone shopping.
I was like, this town is full of bullshit, and a lot of things always happen. So how seriously you take this matter, and I would probably take it seriously.
He did just say he's gonna kill 200 people.
Yeah.
He did.
And I think
He very casually said he'll kill 200 people.
I have a
He
theory
called
on
us
why.
wayfarers. He's gonna come back.
Warren knows that he is a wayfarer because we has told him about it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
You might have thought that it was just a cool tattoo of sorts, but like a nice runic symbol that glows, but it is.
Yeah.
really meta
Yeah, we're
question.
wayfarers.
Yeah.
Really meta question. All right.
I may or may not answer, but go ahead.
Is he killing 200 people because he wants to, or because he needs to for a specific thing?
Both.
I know what he's doing. I won't say anything though.
Answer, yeah.
Wait,
But yes.
he has that?
He has a bunch of shit.
Maybe.
He's got a bunch of fucking shit. It sucks.
Well, how the
Hitting
hell are
him
we supposed to do
sucks.
that?
Guess what? That's what we're gonna have to figure out. We're absolutely not gonna kill it at this time. Fuck.
You now so like going outside, the floor, it is coated in blood. You're seeing people nailed to walls, not like quite literally nailed, but the force of their impalement is driving part of their body through parts of walls. So they're just affixed. They're very much embedded. You see like just the ground coated as if in pasto from a painting. Very thick layered chunks. There's like a light tint of mist that probably floats maybe like an inch off the ground.
Jesus fuck.
Shopping trip!
They even decorated for us to go shopping with bodies.
Really
Where does
seems
his
to target you,
work
but-
cut out from?
Are you sure you didn't know him?
I don't know him, but I know of what he speaks about. This symbol, I'm gonna show the arm, denotes me as a wayfarer. You probably have the symbol on you as well.
Ezra's gonna gasp and hold their hands away from him, and then shake their head and say, "Me? Why would I?" And then I just pause and stare. I've never seen anything like that on me.
You might recollect your interaction with the artificer. It might have come during a process that you were unaware of, but should you search your body, you might recall that you were given one at some point or another, or it might be something that can be discovered by your allies should they wish to inspect portions of your body. Though you're very covered, so it's not a thing that's very known.
It's currently somewhere where I can't see it. I'll say
Fair
that.
enough.
But
You probably all
Warren
have
could
it.
definitely see it
Right now, or at a later time?
at a later time because
Okay.
the robes and stuff.
Okay, it's okay. I didn't know if it was somewhere like on your forehead where you couldn't see it.
It's just right fucking smack there.
Yeah, it looks like it's like Bullseye from DC or from Marvel. I mean, you just fucking have a symbol in the middle of your forehead.
I want to say it's in the middle of their back.
We told me about it whenever I first got here and started talking to the occultist. He saw the mark and told me about the legend of the Wayfarers and how I was one of them, quote unquote. And I didn't believe him until that fucker just came over here and started spouting the same nonsense the occultist did. We need a...
He did speak as if there were more than one of us, I suppose.
Yeah.
Boris, your body's currently lingering next to a series of boxes. How is your condition? What are you doing? How are you recollecting on anything?
Who was that towards? I didn't quite hear it.
Oh, Boris.
Towards me?
Yeah.
You're half health.
Yeah, that all retconned, eh?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Full health.
Yeah, I'm back to full health, but we'll still do the whole they healed me and everything like that.
Yeah.
He's quaking in his bush. He's seen people die, but he's never seen death.
Have you... Because we could... there's an interesting thing that can happen, but I need to know. We are retconning, but did you want to, quote-unquote, have experienced the reapings as you did?
I'll experience them and just not take the physical negative penalties.
There is a strange thing which kind of besets you as you kind of maybe turn the corner like around here, or even just look outside in this direction. You're gonna see like not a palpable haze, but the world feels a lot duller, where there might have been a decent amount of saturation even on an overcast day. Things feel about maybe 10% less saturated. You see every now and again shadows kind of moving around the corners of your eyes, and you see a string kind of floating above every single corpse that lays scattered around town. It looks like dimensional rifts kind of carved in the open. They're like leaking fluid, kind of like bleeding paint, before vanishing in thin air.
Dang, welcome to what the nameless one sees every day when they wake up.
And go somber.
Goodness.
To everyone else, you just see bodies.
Yeah. Wyatt experienced the press of death.
Yes. Yeah. There's interesting things that you can gain by brushing with death and kind of allowing yourself to hear it to a certain degree. I want you to also put this down as one of the languages that you know. It's not Apocryphan. It's Aklo, Aclothian. You now know Aclothian.
Good for Wyatt. Good job, Boris.
How do you spell that?
A-L-K... Oh, hold on, let me actually look it up so I don't lie or misspeak.
Yes, Ty's known liar.
A-C-O-L-O.
I think it has a K.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
There he goes, lying again.
like A.
There you
Here I go lying again.
Wow.
Okay, there we go. A-K-L-O-T-H-Y-E-A-N.
The fuck kind of Russian ass spelling is that?
It's a liar's spelling.
I can understand
the liar,
right?
Yes. So that'll be located on the tongues page, which should be like, or the languages/tongue page, which is 448.
448. Roger that.
It's an ancient tongue, but yes. You guys had matters that you wished to attend to. Things got in the way of that. An expanse of strange events has occurred, with some still pressing. Daylight is growing stronger than ever, but the feelings are dismal. What do you want to do?
I guess go shopping.
Shopping!
For me,
Stepping over dead corpses. Shopping!
I'm gonna ask Boris if he's okay, and if Warren's okay, if they need more healing.
Boris. Oh, go ahead. They're close.
You can go ahead to the purveyor. I just need to rest I need to rest for a second. Maybe I'll take a drink of that flask one more time. But there's I got some work to do, it looks like.
You kind of nestle yourself down a little bit. As you take a sip of your flask, you begin to notice the pain begins to subside, the gashes in your flesh, the lacerations. Your flesh begins to actively produce more cells, forming bonds and closing the holes within your flesh.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
Takes away a little bit of the pain, but there's still some cramps from the event that happened.
Sores. I got the sores of like being cut open. It doesn't just, being cut open doesn't just get magically
scars and fucking.
No. Scars are different.
Scars don't heal.
Scars are different. That's an actual mechanic in your game.
Oh yeah, that is a thing. That is a thing.
So scars don't happen. It does just pain still. Just like there's pain. Unless you say otherwise, Ty.
No. It's there is a lingering amount of something that will still kind of persist, but it's more tolerable for sure.
Okay. I need to figure out how much flask I just used.
I like how your guy looks like a chipper Kit Harington. He's just happy to be here. And this dismal part of it. Yeah.
I had to look up older rogue, like older gentleman rogue, to find out like, it's close. It's not exactly what I want, but it's close.
All right. So we shall persist.
Happy bush guy. D&D.
I love the image that you chose. He fills my heart with joy.
Mm-hmm.
Such bountiful joy.
It is very cute.
It is indeed day.
Feeble pariah, do you truly believe yourself fit to survive the coil? Do you even dare to try? Then go forth, wayfarer, and hunt. The world is rotten. Vast lands lie corrupted by eldritch plagues and the mad depravity of pious men. Across it stalk more than 300 known abominations, from lowly dregs to abhorrent fiends rivaling gods themselves. Perhaps you are one of them. One of the 15 humanoid races that yet claw for meaning in this ruin. If you intend to survive, you will need tools. Enter one of the deepest crafting systems ever forged for a TTRPG. Shape any weapon you can conceive. If each weapon design were a single sheet of paper, the stack would stretch beyond the length of a universe, by a margin that dwarfs the number of atoms in the human body. Allow this to grant you absolute control over how your wayfarer will cull the rot. Or perhaps you seek devastation through magic. Plunge into the Harvest's hex and spellcrafting system. A complete liberation from the shackles of limited casting. Forge from hundreds of trillions of possible spell permutations, allowing any mage, any doctrine, any horror to be made manifest. Claim access to Wayfarer arms, specialized tools of your ilk, trick weapons of brutal ingenuity, ranged guns, mutilating surgical augmentations that transform your very limbs through alchemic, demonic, or eldritch mutation, granting unnatural abilities at terrible cost. You will become a threat unlike any other. Choose from 41 unique vocations, over 235 virtues, and 42 grim origins, each radically altering how you survive, fight, and descend into madness. Yet deeper powers lie hidden within the coil, if you endure long enough to claim them. But beware, survival is not victory. Many who persist come to see themselves not as hunters, but as beasts. Should you desire it, become what you hunt. Rend flesh from your prey and don it to steal their power. Carve eldritch glyphs into living skin to infuse yourself with uncanny passives. Etch the esoteric sagas of ancient deeds into your armor to siphon the glory of the dead. Or surrender yourself to dark covenants and ascend into higher, inhuman forms. The coil awaits. 3 books are fully written. The main core rulebook, the bestiary, and the first expansion, Reliquary of the Blight Queen. They are all fully playable from ranks 1 to mythic ranks of 25, but it cannot be made without you. Lend your aid with the art printing and the shipping of this product, and back it on Kickstarter.
And I don't have a night and a day version that won't drastically shift the market. It's day technically. It's an overcast day. It's
Just
an
say, yeah, it's rainy
rain.
outside. It's a little bit rainy.
But how things will kind of progress as you're moving towards the market, there are going to be sections of it where it's just like, okay, here's eateries, moving down, miscellaneous shopping things should you wish to go to the smith, clothing if you want to go to the library, you could access these things. As you're getting further down, that's when you're heading to the Seekers Guild, areas that are more official, that are more governmental, the scaling of you climbing up an elevation, getting to the higher points, the Highborns as they're known, within Rove. This is where a lot of those things are located. The Seekers Guild kind of sits right below that, a middleman area for normal people to kind of interact with the guild, but it still very much sits as a governmental, we need to have this focus on pressing matters as well, sort of a thing.
I keep forgetting about community as my Rachel trait. There's so many times I could have used it. Fuck.
Didn't even think about this, but I could use my glyph and my book in the same turn because they're both free actions. I didn't even think about it.
Bogus.
We could do it at an next combat.
Yeah,
we
next
figured
time.
it out, guys. We're all frazzled by that. Continue.
We have our Gravedigger. Are you gonna save it for a later time? Are you gonna clean up now? I mean, the area around you is just coated with viscera.
I'm gonna get started on fucking stuff. There's a lot. The daylight's burning. I have to get started on digging graves.
I will say, like, you will hear, like, probably 2 hours in, maybe an hour in, hour 30, and you're gonna hear a Rothvel just kind of, you're gonna hear steps outside, and then a very Rothvelian scream, like a, what the fuck is going on? Like, he is losing his shit. Because when he left, everything was peaches.
Lawrence out there with a shovel, screaming up organs.
Yeah.
Just like cavalierly, like this is like a daily occurrence, Rothwell. Scraping organs and shit off the street.
Screaming. We'll talk while
As
we work.
for...
Get a shovel.
He's gonna have like this grimace on his face, like because he'll pick up corpses, he'll scrape things off, but the level of people's faces being affixed to buildings is just very grotesque, even for him. kind of like have a grimace, take the shovel, and then like squint his eyes as he kind of like covers his mouth with a scarf. He'll make snide jokes and jabs. It's the only thing that gets him past this like lifestyle that he's found himself obligated to. So he'll like jest with you constantly. As for everybody else, those of you heading to the market, Esna, I know, is heading to see the purveyor. The library shall be reached before that. Not sure if you're still interested in heading there. Wyatt, there are a lot of interesting locales you could probably head to, but should you wish to join with either one of the party, you may.
I want to snake my way over to, because the city's kind of been in disarray, right?
It very much has been, yes. Like there is overtones
my
of
way over to Wheeze.
Interesting. Okay. So the order that we'll go into this in is library first, then we, and then as Esna's trailing forward even further, we'll reach the purveyor.
So the nameless one kind of wanted to see the purveyor too with Esna.
You can ask him to accompany you later.
I'm gonna accompany the nameless one, so that way I can babysit the child.
Very nice.
Very much out of the barrel now. She's not in the barrel.
No, definitely not anymore. No.
The occultist is probably within like a block of where Esna and everybody else are kind of heading. Did you want to occupy them, or was this a solo endeavor that you wanted to head to?
I'll occupy with them.
Either one is fine. No pressure.
Whenever we get close to Wheeze, I'll break off in a solo endeavor and then attempt to get back to them. I don't think this conversation will take too long.
There goes the bush.
So you guys will kind of move forward. You have this robed individual which is walking. You have a lot of the people kind of like looking onwards. A lot of discourse happening within the town. People are looking towards answers even more so now. With that, you probably have the nameless one with you, slinking forward, ever looking around, still very focused on their goal that they had in mind, I'm sure. And then a bush that is bobbing up and down, sleeking through the town. Are you moving like in like the corners of buildings and like lashing back out and like rushing to different, like you're just moving in broad daylight central of the road?
How do you move? Do you slush? Do you hop?
No, there's like two little feet that come out the bottom of the bush and walk me along.
What do the feet look like?
This is like some coyote versus roadrunner shit. Why are they coyotes?
Yeah, I normally just walk behind the other two. If they stop somewhere, then I position myself that looks plausible for a bush, like the corner of a street or something like that.
As soon as someone looks, you just stop like right beside like a stairway, just like a normal bush by a house.
Yeah, they're in the middle of the street and the bush just plops down. Was there always a bush in the street?
It's like Metal Gear Solid. Like it makes the noise.
No. If they stop in the street, I'd like walk over to the sidewalk and plop down.
It always belonged.
Always belonged.
Always has been.
Was that?
But yes.
There yesterday? Yeah.
So the party will kind of move forward. Every now and again, you might find yourselves hung up as you guys look back behind you and you notice that the bush has stopped. People are just kind of pausing, looking at it, shrugging their shoulders, and then kind of moving on. As you go to more noticeable areas, this will even more so persist as like kids are just running circles around the bush and then running out towards like another direction. You might find that there's like small mice every now and again that kind of get attracted to the bush even. Something of the smell of rot that permeates ever so slightly beneath it. You might, Wyatt, would you lash out and grab these, or would you like stay still, or would you do anything to them? You do have a tiny amount of small low-born creatures moving. Low beasts.
If they enter the bush, they are mine. If they do not, I leave them be.
Let's see. It is very most often that they will try to eventually enter once they very clearly smell what's inside.
I chomp them.
They instantly get sucked in. Maybe a splurt of blood flying out towards the cobble.
Just kind of lay as it hits the cobbles, just lay a tentacle over it and absorb it.
reabsorb into the mass. You will not leave any blood trails behind. Even if you do, as you slink over it, it'll get absorbed back into the mass underneath the brush. You guys move deeper into the town, and as you do, you come across the shopping district. Tons of clinking, tons of smells. Wyatt, off in the distance, you see next to all these pure types of places, you find like this artifice, this front of a building that's very disheveled, very familiar. Seems to be Wee's place. And then the library is right to your guys' left.
Is we an artifice or an occultist?
Oh yeah. Oh no, he's an occultist. The artifice, like the if I'm correct, I believe that means like a facade of sorts, like a side of a building, like
artifice instead of an artificer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wordplay. Words mean things.
And the English language is an awful one.
Yeah.
But yes, you guys are now besides the book place, the read room.
I'll do mine first, if everyone doesn't mind.
Go for it.
The bush will slink up to the doorway and sit next to it for a little while. I want to listen in to see if I can hear anything inside the shop or if there's anything conspicuous happening around it.
Roll me a disc contest.
Dis.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that will succeed. You're going to see a man. So currently, as you're kind of moving close, there is a glass window. Kind of like how you have like those tiny rectangles at the base of houses that let you peer into the basement. It's very foggy. It's very grungy. There's like this pinkish, yellowish residue, which kind of moves along the outside. And there's like these tiny holes that you can kind of peer through. For a second, you believe that you see a form that every now and again begins to jitter. The closer that you kind of look, especially from the multitudes of angles with the way that your body is situated, you're able to get an even better look. And you notice that there is a man that is kind of trapped to a chair. It's not exactly a man, because for a man that is moving, the thing that would be normal is that they still have a head. There seems to be sprouting out of their head. From their nose upwards, their head is cut in two. And yet, like a flower within a pot, there's a strange fungal growth that is growing from this. You see a corpse which has a tendril latched to the side of its face, very similar to the creature that swallowed Esna, this embodiment of Wee, just kind of holding up a piece of what looks to be meat, just kind of in front of it. And you see this thing kind of spur to life anytime that it gets relatively close. Keeps drawing it back and moving it forward. You're going to hear a couple knocks on the door. You're going to hear 1, 2, there's a pause, 3, and then 4 instantaneously after. The door is going to open before you, and you're going to see a growth of fleshy flowers which begins to expand and move towards the base of the stairs, almost like a carpet being unveiled to you.
Would I recognize that as a corpse garden?
It is.
Or the... I will reach a tendril out and from underneath the bush, snake it along the ground, and run it along the edge of the garden.
You will hear a chuckle from the interior as soon as your tendril brushes against the flowers. A laughter, a chortle. Eventually, this high-pitched squeal will turn to a...
Yes.
It's been a while. Please, come in.
I've been long awaiting your presence.
We've been waiting.
I'll pick up the bush and walk in.
Picking up the bush is like...
It's been a whole ass day. It has been a whole ass day.
It's only been a day.
It's been the morning.
But like,
I'm sorry.
For the yes, it has been a day.
Get the bunch of like
That's
the
a lot
old
for a
tiny fucking dresses and cartoons where they pick it up by the thing and do.
It has been so long. I've been counting the seconds.
That's the only way it's long.
Long have I been separated from they who also linger within the garden.
We is a bloom. He's not like a heart of a garden or anything, but there's strange qualities to him. You know, like you even acknowledged like the power of it. Like his garden is very well grown. He is very much a fix of this place. He has bodies that are kind of adjoined to the walls as if the interior artifice of it is all just him. So as you're moving past the door, you're seeing like the kind of flayed bodies of men and women and children. They slowly turn their heads towards you and begin to smile, all greeting your arrival with a welcome.
I'll say thank you for the welcoming carpet. It's always nice to see someone else's garden. So well groomed yours is.
You'll hear some chatter from behind you. The corpses every now and again speaking maybe a few words, another, and then another 6 words. All of them kind of getting towards something. All just asking you, it's just like, you've come here. What exactly is it that you're seeking? I have many things, especially for wayfarers. And the like of they who enter the garden, even more special shiny things for them. And he'll kind of grace you with all of these niceties until you kind of hear a rattling down below, and then a large tendril slap the ground, and then it kind of stills. His head will kind of twitch. The parrot kind of slinking its head to the side.
What is it that you want?
Well, my group was coming through here, and the last time we talked, they were around. Some things are hard to discuss when the singulars are near, don't you think?
Oh, yes. Especially if one serves the Maker. It's best to have those types of people away from the matters of the garden. I deal within the occult.
What do you need?
I want to see if you had garnered any trouble in these times. There are bad tidings in the garden outside of ours. This place of growth and decay. The ones that I find most amenable to our lifestyle have found that the holy ones of this town may be tainted.
Eruption at the highest level.
You see there's like a nod coming from all creatures affixed to the wall.
To say that the Holy See is corrupted would not be news to me. In fact, I do not hate your vicar. I did not lie when I said that they weren't completely bad. Take, for example, every nearby town. Though my flowers do not extend that far, I know much. For our gardens would be burned on sight. We'd be hunted outright. Word alone would not save our ilk. Here is paradise. Something to be only bestowed by they who are corrupt in the church's eyes. You see the body of it kind of shake as his stomach begins to open,
there is a thing that kind of comes out, a flesh pouch, as you're familiar with. He grabs like a coin and then places it down in front of you. He kind of taps it a couple of times. This is a holy seal, provided by they who operate within the holy see. I doubt that your vicar has one of these.
It lets them know that they are within good standing. An omen to anyone of the church.
Some would say they are looked as a bad flower within their garden. But corruption is good for us.
Yes. For in the corpse pile and the festering we find life. Why not would we find further so in the corruption and stank of their civilizations?
He smiles at you and nods very generously.
Let me ask you this. Do you think you would be bothered by a man brandishes knives and is known to have gained power? I know not of him, but he attacked us this morning. It took all we had to not simply die.
You hear screaming. You hear loud screaming from the basements, from the attics, from the walls around you. All versions of we begin to cry in terror. If you're looking at we specifically, the parrot's eye goes foggy. Its neck cracks to the side. We himself is motionless. It's as if he is stunned by this, but you hear and feel the whole room quake with terror. You may continue.
Seeing this, I'll flatten out my bush and expose more of my flesh. And the tendrils kind of wave in a rhythmic way back and forth, trying to soothe him.
You find that the quelling writhing begins to slightly subside. There is still very much shaking.
We were spared, and spared is the term, for he left upon his own will. Even the vicar, the good one, was taken and unable with their holy powers to drive him away. He seemed strong, very strong.
I urge you, follower of the garden, dare not stand within his path, for to do so means death. He is not of this world. He is here. Or you hear there's a cacophony of whispers that come from the basement as we begins to say souls. He is something ill of the garden. He has plagued this place. I have told you that I have connections within all towns. I was not lying.
You hear a rumbling begin to shake the building.
I once had groves that stretched for miles, hundreds of miles. Of the tens of towns that I have connected, I knew all.
Every occultist worshipped me like a
god.
But those connections dried up as each town burned one at a time. Over the years, he kind of counts. You see one corpse raise a hand, another corpse raise a hand as he's going 1, 2, 3. He gets to probably 60.
60 years was all it took for him to purge the many towns around me. Strange that he did not do the same here. For he does not leave without payment. I beg of you, do not stay within his range. This ill weed.
You're gonna see a tendril kind of like latch out. Wee is very careful, but because like his body is made of like decaying flesh, it's very easy to taint things. He'll reach towards like a gripper of sorts, like some tongs, and he'll grab a sheet of paper. This thing is partially stuffed in a bottle. He'll kind of grab the bottle, move it over to the shelf on the table, and then he'll place it down.
The implications of this is steep, and therefore I shall not give a price, for I would like our town to succeed in our survival. This will help you, my friend.
There is now a bottle with a piece of paper in it.
I will, I'll say, thank you. We definitely understand, and someone like yourself, a warning is not just a suggestion, but a command. We want to keep the city, as you said, a garden is placed here, and it is well. And we do thrive when the bodies fall, but you're saying this man is a poison to our gardens.
This man is a poison to all gardens. This very coil is not safe. Have you ever heard of the implications of being a wayfarer, Good Bloom?
I'll shake my bush side to side, rustling leaves.
Most people have, like, as I said before, everyone has a word brand. Where would this be stationed on your body?
It would be stationed dead center on the top of the root ball, essentially. If you looked straight down into the bush, you would see it on top.
There is like a small tendril that begins to wriggle and dive into your bush before slightly and very easily tapping on it. This is your mark.
Very rare to many. Few people will ever see anyone who has it. What people call this is the word brand. Word, indeed. For it marks those chosen by fate itself. The implication to they who have this mark is that those guided by fate cannot be stopped. Or perhaps they can be, but if they are, then it was fated to happen. For to have this brand would mean that these individuals are capable of destroying existence itself.
Or to save it. His eye very much widens as you see growths of his body kind of encapsulate over you. You saw him when he was angry. He kind of shakes a little bit as if there's a possibility that there's anger building. You wouldn't be an ill weed of the garden, would you?
This will stun and kind of shake Boris, and so quaking, not in response, but in his own kind of fear, I'll put all of my tendrils upwards in a still motion and say, "No, I admire your garden, and like all of us, want to see the gardens flourish across the lands."
He'll kind of recede, his body kind of conforming back onto itself, the walls calming down.
Very, very well seen, and accepted, for you have been quite well of an asset to the garden. The implication for your group, if they are the same, is that we can trust in you. However, this black sheep within our midst, he very well may be the destruction of your ilk. I'm sure you've noticed the skulls adorning his waist.
A bushel nod.
These skulls were collected over the course of hundreds of years. It is very rare for a wayfarer to make their appearance, and if they do, their deaths shall be an quakening effect on everything for a century or more. You are this coil's only hope. For what? No one can say. But if there was any weed that could kill a wayfarer, that would be the one, for he was without fail for these last few 100 years.
Boris will take this and kind of sag the bottom of the bush actually touching the ground in contemplation. He'll say, I see. So we are to stay out of his way, but he may be our destruction.
Oh, you cannot evade him. The trick will be gaining strength for every single time that he comes. He has a habit of not leaving empty-handed. Call it a quirk of his. It is spoken often in legend. But eventually that thing he might take will be your very life. For he cannot die, not by mortal weapon, but by wayfarers. Some would say he envies death itself and yearns for its sweet eclipse. Something only you can deliver. But if you fail in doing so, you're guaranteed to die.
My tendrils will nod at that and say, yes, he's sent me to the door once already, but something happened and I still live.
Pray tell, what would this anomaly be?
I do not know, but I had seen the man at the door, the one who rings the bell.
The Reaper, with its reaping bell forged from the souls of man.
Yes.
Very familiar sight.
Well, I seen it and I heard it, but something drug me back, and I know not what it was.
The parrot's head cracks to the side with very, very high force, a bone splinting from the side of its neck. There's a pause. You don't know exactly why. He doesn't say anything during this moment, but there is a moment of significance with this. His curiosity is piqued. You don't exactly know why, and he doesn't seem to be saying anything.
After the pause goes for a little while, I'll take it as a scent to continue, and I'll say, ever since I see the soul strings, the rifts, and the world in a duller way, I hear the whispers and understand them like I've never done before.
Brushes with death can do this, but what you experienced was not a normal occurrence. Nothing should be able to bring you back. Save for your own will. Those who would die would die. This is very curious. I have my own thoughts as to why.
He kind of laughs to himself as he says, "Would indeed. Would." He kind of looks towards the ground.
I do not know much about the nature of the Grey. It is my profession. I should know many things, but in this case, I do not. I'd suggest finding someone who embraces death to such a high degree that it might even sustain them from its bounds, should you wish to learn the answer to that truth. For such esoteric natures are beyond me. But if you find the secret,
He'll raise up like multiple like hordes of gold that just kind of like come from the stores of the wall just as the flesh kind of parts.
much wealth can be gained for such knowledge.
I'll pick my bush back up, re-energized, and say, of course, if I find it, I'll bring it back, if for nothing else, to bolster the garden.
He'll chuckle to himself. You'll hear a reverberation kind of cascade around the building. The door shall kind of creak open. You'll hear it kind of creaking behind you.
Is there anything else before we part, dear sapling?
No, I just wanted to check in on you, inform you, and lastly tell you that the foul weed we spoke about last time may have to wait until things are sorted out here, and making sure death doesn't come for me again before we're on our way.
He kind of nods his head.
I do warn you, the forest.
As he kind of checks the feel of his flowers, you see them kind of moving around.
The wilds outside the reach of this town have been stable. Strangely, things are at work. I do not know why. Heed careful, wayfarer.
The bush will bow, and I'll walk back out, leaving just a little bit of garden behind me as well. And then pulling it back as I go out the door.
We now enter the library. Yosh?
Yay! Oh my goodness. So we
It
entered
is.
the library.
Oh,
okay.
Let me get a library image up to some degree.
Ooh, exciting.
Okay, there we go. Waka 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 waka. So the first thing that you will see is a decrepit building. There's cobwebs everywhere. There's not necessarily a lot of books that are visible from the outside as you're looking through the glass windows, but there definitely are some. The walls are laced with tomes. They are probably blank. You know that a lot of libraries tend to kind of have facades for books. Sometimes people like to steal books for knowledge. It's rare, but if they do, it saves people money for such rare finds. Because most people don't know how to read anyway. But as you walking through the complex would yield at first sight nothing but like personified neglect. It brushes across you. So like at first you'd be right to kind of feel like this place would be like a graveyard is better suited for, you know, the graves of word and absence of life kind of permeate more than anything else. But to think this might have once been a bastion of like reason, it now lays forth like this dim light within a landscape of ignorance. So like this pause strikes you, this cold silence, as you hear the wood creak from beyond view. There is a woman who's kind of held pause, like her head begins to tilt, and after a moment, you realize that she has no eyes.
Hello there. I hear you. What is it that you need? Query you about our precious works. I do enjoy they who yearn to explore.
She looks at you. There's like nothing within her socket. She has no eyes.
The nameless one just kind of turned. Is the vicar in here too? I think.
Would they like to be in?
I followed for as long as Esna does say, if you wish to speak to this person alone, remember our agreement. I don't want to impede. I would rather focus on the child.
Oh, no,
and
Esna...
you do what is necessary.
Esna definitely knows what's going on relatively, and so the Nameless One wouldn't be adverse to them coming along.
But
the Nameless
lady
One
you want to talk
I guess
to
prior,
might be.
yeah, prior to though, the Nameless One will write down in the journal that they're intending on teaching Alma how to read. Or Alba, right? Alba?
Alba.
You're calling her Alma?
Alva? Alma.
Yeah, the
it's
child,
Alma from
yes.
Monster Hunter. No, Alva.
ALVA.
And also, like, kind of requesting help in that adventure.
There is a. There's a permeable silence, you'll notice, Vicar. But the library is there all the same. A place of learning, a bastion of knowledge.
Oh, taking a second to realize, I'll blink and then look to the librarian, the eyeless librarian, and say, my apologies, my company is mute. Let me take a moment as I figure out what it is that they
She'll smile towards you. J.C. Lothveric, those who are full of ignorance may yet be our salvation. For what are those who have drunken themselves full but unyielding stones in the realm of change? Insight lies with the willing. Page 460, aisle 5, 4th book, top shelf. Vicar, you are free to explore this place as you please. Knowledge should be welcome to all within this bastion of ours. Should you carry a fancy, please be free to explore.
Thank you. Does Esna know that the Nameless One was supposed to meet someone here? Because I know we did talk about.
You don't know that they're supposed to meet someone here. You do know that they might. I mean, I think you might know that they might intend to meet them eventually, but I don't think you knew about their setup here. It was like a more covert thing.
Yeah, I just know that they were intending to meet someone here. Okay, so yeah, I will nod to the Nameless One, and so the plan is to help Alva learn to read or write,
The Nameless One just nods.
or both.
The Nameless One nods again.
They'll kind of like sway their head back and forth, and the book that was referenced from the librarian, was that a suggestion to go check it out? What was it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So
I'll say, do you have any books to help with learning to read and write?
She'll kind of like look down, her head tilting, but you can't really trace where her eyes are. She'll then say,
"No eyes."
She has no eyes.
She got no eyes.
Unfortunately, no parcel or tome now resides within our possession. At a certain point in time, we might have had one. Dare I say 6 feet ago, on the 5th shelf down the 7th aisle. 3rd to the left, it would be. Unfortunately, those were requested by the church, taken from us. Supposedly, the learning was to be reserved for higher ordered individuals of the Holy See. The common people did not deserve to read, was the response given.
Esna takes a really deep breath.
Why do you ask? She smiles towards you, looking at the vicar, just like...
The Nameless One also sighs, and then looks to the vicar.
Her holeless eyes looking right at a vicar.
You're right. I seem to have forgotten the ways of the. I seem to have forgotten some of our teachings. My apologies. So I just breathe in really deeply and go, yes, that. I see. Thank you for reminding me. How about a story that.
What story would you like?
She kind of.
Might be too scary, but how about one of the beasts outside? The world is so interesting. Reminds me, actually. Cerulean, we are those which they doth fear. The dark yearning for release. Our crimes outweigh reason, for the beasts are connected and contended first with a mirror. I do love that tile. It would be on the 6th, 4th row. All manner of stories. I do warn, many of the works are liable to be false. While I do adore their contents, they are beyond trackable origin.
That's all right with me. I am looking to read a story to a young spirit, whether they're true or false.
Feel free.
The Nameless One scribbles something down in the journal and shows it to the vicar, and it says, though some may not be true, we should get some knowledge on the beasts outside. So maybe that's our location to go.
Esna nods.
She will kind of alert you guys. She'll kind of like raise her hand. There's a shelf just with a very small handful of books that are just sitting on a wall.
I do have some available for sale. Should you have the money to afford it?
She smiles in your direction.
I do perk up at that. And I look to the Nameless One for a second.
The Nameless One simply just writes down how much.
Unfortunately, these are quite pricey. This one right here,
you see a book by the title of A Loathsome Irony. This one is 20 crown. She has another one called The Miscreant's Handbook. This is 50 crown. You see a book that doesn't exactly have a title. She stops, and she does not point to that one. And she raises her finger down.
The Nameless One immediately points to that one.
You notice that her turn begins to, like, she stares through you. It's not like she's angry, but there's something about it.
Audacity.
This book does not have a price of monetary value, though I would be okay with the idea of being separated from it for the rest of my life. I do not wish to impart this on anyone.
The Nameless One rather narrowing that.
She looks at you like she's looking straight through you. I dare not utter what that price would be. The monstrosities are quite dense, for if you had any sense, you would stray from such insights. Some knowledge only serves the corrupt. Our mortal minds were not meant to contend with the weight of those words. She looks at you even deeper. Nor our eyes.
The Nameless One will now expose their they won't open it, obviously, for obvious reasons, but they will expose their book of forbidden knowledge and then point back at that book and then point at their book and then kind of put the book back and then clasp their hands together and shake them in front of them.
You find that there's a sickening presence which radiates from your book, and you notice that like her face kind of scrunches up a bit. She then kind of coalesces and calms herself, and then closes her eyes, and then waves her hand.
Should you wish to take this book, I pray, do as you wish. Take it far from here. Let it not fall to the populace of this place.
You now are in possession of a Titleist book. Should you ever wish to read it, let me know. But yes, those are the books that are now for sale. If you go down the beast section, there are certain particular stories that you might come across. Should you go towards other areas, there might be other things that you might see. But before anything else, the Nameless One, you will hear something, a dripping. And very soon, Esna, you will kind of hear this as well. One of the shelves off probably maybe 3 sections down a long corridor, there is a dripping, a pool of water that is forming kind of at the base. A book that is partially plucked out of the holes of the bookshelf. Alongside this, just past the book, is a man. A man that seems familiar. Seems like the alchemist from earlier. And with that, we will continue next time on Harvest.